YouTube viewers. Come here today, bringing y'all a video. First things first, as Dan P would say. Just a little shout out to Dan P. Eddie's one, otherwise known as. You had to search his channel on YouTube, you're missing out. He's got some really good stuff. He's got some cool videos on his like videos, his playlist. He's got some good brothers that you can find going through his channel. You can find a whole bunch of networking of channels out there. He's got really cool videos about the 70 Mile Per Hour Club. If you don't know nothing about the 70 Mile Per Hour Club, you're gonna have to search that too. Unfortunately, I just got rid of all my RCs. Wanted them back so bad. Now I have the 4x4 / Ultimate Edition Mike Jenkins, and I have the Summit that I was able to get back, and that's the only two I have right now. Neither one of those are in the 70 Mile Per Hour Club, so I don't have anything at this moment that goes that fast. Now, I did have before, which I don't like to talk about what I had in the past, because if you ain't got it now, you ain't got it. And if you ain't got it yet, you still ain't got it. But I had a Jado that was in the 70 Mile Per Hour Club, and I had the Rally, Traxxas Rally, which is, they say it's the same thing as 4x4, it's not the same. It might have the same chassis, it might look the same with the body off, but it ain't the same. That one was in 70 Mile Per Hour Club. Now, Dan P showed me this here. This intake's supposed to be forward on the Castle Creation blower motor. Here's the box, CC blower. There's part number. Guess I don't need to hold it on there like that long. You can pause it and get it. There's the, this is the Traxxas one. Cooling fan for the Valenion 3340. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's fire them up. They're both real quiet. Castle's real quiet. They both got some pretty strong wind coming out of there. They blow nice. I hadn't ran them yet out in the heat. Don't know just how much, according to the telemetry, how much of reduction I have yet. But I can tell you this gets pretty cold right here. So I can tell you it's gonna cool it down quite a bit. Now how much I don't know yet. Now one thing you're gonna have to do, or one thing I did, was I took the motor loose from this bracket right here and flipped the bracket. We'll flip the motor this way, towards, away from the battery and the shaft. This part of this where the wires come out of the Valenion motor, the lighting's terrible. You ain't gonna be able to see that. You know, there we go, it's a little better. You know, on the Valenion, that's for my wool blanket here. That ain't my hair. Anyways, you know, on the Valenion, the 3 wires go in there and they have this extension up. If you flip it the other way, it's gonna hit right on this axle. There's no room for that. You have to flip it this way. Turn it this way. If you don't want these wires straight up top right here and to be right up next to this, which on my Rally, I was able to put this up there, but I had to trim some of these clips back, and it fit. That's why I'm saying something's different about this new Ultimate Slash. My other one didn't have these external BDC looking things. I don't know what they are. It didn't have that. And the wire ports right here was not as much in the way on the Rally as it is on this one. It had a different Valenion. Pretty sure it had the same specs, but it's a little bit different. Just a little bit. Didn't have these wired mesh coverings. The wires are much stiffer. It's just got little small differences. So anyways, I turned it where them wires was this way. It made it even kind of cleaner, because they just go right down here into my wire holder, right up here. Sits nicely, nice and snug here. Not touching, not tugging. So that works good for me. I like it. I like the way it sit. And this is nice and snug. Anyways, I was able to run this wire straight on through, put it in there. Now Dan P, he used the extensions. I'd recommend putting them extensions on there so you can unplug it if you want to, change it out, pull it up, whatever, without having to open this box up again. Matter of fact, if you do anything that goes into this box, I'd recommend extensions to an external plug right here, so you could change out any accessory you wanted to. You ain't got to open this box as much as the least amount of times you open this box, the more waterproof it's going to be. And we all know it's a little pain to get in and out of that thing. So right now I'm just running a 2-cell. It's doing me good. I'm still getting back used to it. There it is, 4200 25C. It does me good. I got one running video of it on there. It's got some power. I did change the diff fluid, like I said in another video. These at least mine did. Both the front and the back has grease in the diffs. Up in there. They both got grease in them, and it needs something heavier than that grease. It needs some. I started with some 50K. I got 50K in the rear here, and the same factory grease in the front, and I can tell a big difference. It lets you drift. You can really spin up these rears, and they're both like, it's like more like posi track now. They both turning up real tight now. The fronts, whenever I'm getting down on it, the fronts will slip, the backs spin. So in other words, make it a little easier to explain, I'm rooster tailing in the rear, no rooster tails in the front. Steering with the front, spinning with the rear. I like it good. I like it better like that for bashing. I know about racing, but I don't do racing. I just bash. One thing I do want to try out is, like everybody else has got a Slash, is the sand paws. Proline sand paws with the 3-cell. Out at the beach or in the deep sand. I got to try that out. I had a Slash 2-wheel drive. I did that with slingshots, I think they was called. On split sixes, I like that pretty good. But I want the sand paws for this one. All four. Go all four all the way around. Now I changed my factory adjustment on these shocks. I liked it right out the box. I liked it, but it kept bottoming out in the rear. Kept hitting the rear skid plate on the bottom there. Marking it up. See that? I started marking it up pretty good. For a basher, I don't think that's good to be that right out the box. But one thing it did, as soon as I tightened down on these a little bit, just to stop it from bottoming out as bad, it still does. Now it's so sprung. It's too sprung. When I hit something, this thing bounces up. It bounces in the rear. So I took it to the bike track the other day. It's behind my house. When I took it to the bike track, let me know if y'all have the same problem, not if it's just me. When I hit a jump, this thing was doing a major nosedive like this every time. And it was like, come off the jump, it was spring in the rear and nosedive. I even tried throttling up. Like it's like they say, to throttle up, bring the rear down, nose up, and hit the brake, bring the nose down. It ain't no hitting the brake. You hit the brake, you doing a front flip. I even tried to like just keep it throttled off this thing, and it just, no, it's nose diving. And if somebody could comment on that and tell me how to stop it from nose diving. And then all the other Slash 4x4s I've seen was having problems with it floating backwards, like backflips. I'd rather have that. I don't like landing on the front. But you know, like, comment, subscribe, and check out Dan P. He's the one that got me on these videos doing this. He's a great inspiration for the RC world. I'm out.